Hi everybody, welcome back to Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way. We are continuing on part 2 of session 180 of the Crass Menagerie story. I've been running, I did that at the beginning as well, where I blended the words together. We're picking up after the evening. The Crass Menagerie made sure that the diplomats from the Cerulean Kingdom and their contingency were safe throughout the night after they were unexpectedly attacked, let's say, by small, chaotic little creatures that seemed to be able to feed on magic. Uh, Cielo broke into Kendra's carriage one more time. Didn't do anything. Played a little practical joke on her, or a little prank. He left a little note in one of her log boxes, just kind of saying that, hey, Cielo is here. Nice earrings. And later, the Crass Menagerie gathered early in the morning by the Cerulean steeds and discussed what Al had sensed when he was attempting to cast a spell. That maddening presence, this gaze that just makes your brain want to rip itself apart, that these little mad shits were able to impose on him, which was very eerie and similar to that time when the Crass Menagerie, uh, not including Cielo, not including Ben, but when they had Sej and Dregnar accompanying them, came quite literally face to, air quotes, face with the Mad Titan, or at least a projection of itself within a tear in the sky when the spoiled rites, the Coven of Coven, the failed ritual to siphon souls and potential was somewhat thwarted, at least stopped in the middle by the Crass Menagerie. And they saw this visage of the Mad Titan, the one of the members of the 11, the pantheon of this entire world, the god of chaotic evil influence. So, yeah, the menagerie, then Davis thought it would be a good idea to loop in Ofuma, as he is their ally, trusted contact, and they are technically responsible for his protection, being his council guard. Ofuma divulged upon the Crass Menagerie that he actually has had individuals come down to the ruins of Green Hill to try to understand what is going on, with little luck, and he was actually somewhat internally excited that the diplomats from Sterling Kingdom wanted to come down here, because it gave him a reason to check it out himself and maybe gather some intel. But now it's a perfect opportunity to allow the Crass Menagerie to stop their council guard duties for a time, to suspend them, and take on a job from the Unveilers, as Ofuma is also one of the head of the Unveilers, to explore what is happening in the ruins of Green Hill as the Crass Menagerie. Thankfully, in the morning, it was very easy to convince the Cerulean diplomats that this was the proper course of action to take, because Lucas was grateful that the Crass Menagerie and Ofuma were able to protect his fellow diplomats, his friends, and him being the chair of war strategies and security absolutely agrees that this is no longer a safe venture. So after a breakfast, after breaking the encampment at the Pathmaker's Rest, north of the ruins of Greenhill, the Crass Menagerie and the remaining diplomats will split up. And there's any roleplay that you guys wish to do, let me know. Otherwise, we'll continue with you guys splitting up. Very well. So, uh, Grok will go to bed and say, "Bee ba boo ba blee blah boo ah ah. You good man. Fun. Be safe. See you soon. Thumbs up." He actually says the word thumbs up when he gives him a thumbs up.
I'll whisper to Davis. Was Grok singing just now? What was that? It's
I
beautiful, but
don't know.
huh.
And then, yeah, and Berenia and Kendra did manage to wake. They forced themselves to stand and bid you guys adieu. But there again, they will make it. They're just drained. They're extremely hurt. But they do thank you for everything. Uh, Berenia, through the pain, do let us know when you're back in Whitlaw. Uh, we'd like to hear an end to your story, and perhaps you'll have a new one to share with us when you return from here.
Of course, ma'am.
Certainly, certainly.
Uh, be safe, please.
You as well.
Oh, I think, we'll be on the road. We know to expect those Onghegs, potentially, and,
Hopefully not.
well, at least we know they're a possible threat.
I'm sure Captain Glassblade and all of your guards will keep you quite safe. But yes, be on the lookout.
Of course. And you have our, well, you have my word that we will make sure Ofuma returns safely as well.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, goodbye, safety, and if you do not mind me, I am going to go lay down because it hurts just to stand and breathe. And one of the guards kind of helps her get back to to where she needs to be.
I'll
All
help.
that.
I'll help the
And
guard help her as well. Actually.
okay, cool. And
Davis takes the guard by the elbow.
Yeah, exactly.
Got, I got
Not
you.
what I meant, but you know.
I got you. Yeah, and then Kendra will, as she took more of the brunt of the force, she stays like in her carriage, but you can kind of see like she's standing in the back of it, and she just, it was a pleasure, minus getting blown up, but it was a real pleasure.
Yep. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Um, if you find anything cool, bring it back. I'd like to trade for it.
Oh, certainly.
That's a promise.
Mm. God, I really wanted to go in there. Mm. Oh well, maybe someday I'll be back. Okay. Uh,
Get better.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, same scenario. She just kind of, you know, she was already in her carriage, so the guard that's up there with her kind of helps her walk back and lay down. So with that, Leo will come up to you guys. Um, he'll go to Al and say, "My boy." Wait, let me get the right accent. Oh God, why can't I do it? Well, on the spot, I can't do his accent. It's easy.
Ah,
It's just meant to be a Spanish accent, and I
Hello.
can't do it.
Leo, it's good to
Leo,
see you again.
Leo. Yeah, there you go. Alligator. My child.
Ah,
Alligator.
Professor.
Be safe. Be sharp. Be quick on your feet. Be quick with your wits. Please, you know, lead your men into greatness. Ah, but my boy, I've lost you once. Do not want to lose you again. Come back. Yes, promise, promise,
I
promise.
will.
It was.
Promise. It's a promise.
It was.
Yes.
Ah,
It was a pleasure to travel with you once again. We will,
it was
we'll
rainbows
let you
meant.
know.
Yes,
Always.
and
Always.
remember, even the smallest wick brines shine, shines brightly in the night.
Thank you.
Mm,
I need to hear that today.
mm, very well. Also, and he hands you like an overstuffed bag,
Oh,
extra rations and food. Just,
you are the best. Thank you. Thank you.
yes.
Now,
Well, if we get delayed, we'll go a little hungry on our last day. But hey,
but
you you are an adventurer. You deserve it.
They're they're injured. Uh,
Please, I'll just say Grok ate it. No one gets mad at him.
you always
He
have a
won't
backup
even
plan.
remember.
You always have
Excuse
a
me.
backup plan or 7. Thank you.
Remember, many steps ahead. So be safe and let your friends know. I'm very happy that you met them,
Thank you. I am too.
and you're a better person for meeting them.
Oh, I think so too. Thank you.
I would say this to them, but they would just laugh at me. I know. So
I feel the same.
yes,
I will. I will let you know when we get back to Whitlaw. I will see you again soon.
of
And
course.
I'll go for the hug.
He'll go. Yeah, you kind of go down because he's this little halfling.
Hmm.
Pats you, gives you a little bit like like when you kind of want to pull away, but he kind of hugs you a little bit closer. Not like in an awkward way, but he's just
Hmm.
sincere.
Just like, nope, one more.
One more, yeah, yeah. And then yeah. So with that, the carriages begin to right themselves, turn. The wagons begin to travel up the Mason Fair, back around the path that you guys took. Glock is on the back of the supply wagon, and as they're driving away, he's just constantly, just nonstop waving at you guys goodbye for the whole. As long as he can see you, he's just bye bye,
Definitely join in
bye
waving back
bye,
at him as long as we can see each other.
be safe,
Keep going, Ben. Keep going.
bye bye.
Bye.
And it's fairly flat, so it's like a good 2 or 3 minutes of
Yeah,
just waving.
he's
Luna's sitting
still
and her
there.
tail's in sync with the waving.
Yeah,
She's helping out.
yeah. And like the last time, like right before he's like, bye, like extra loud, so it travels and kind of echoes behind you. All right. All right, Crass
Now,
Menagerie,
did
you
we
are now
get
fast.
left a carriage of our own? Or are we
No,
Oh
on foot?
shit!
you are on foot,
Okay,
and you are with a bag that can summon
right.
prey.
Yeah, like we're not
Yeah,
being left without, but I just like, well,
yeah.
if
Nope,
if they're leaving 6 people behind, maybe a wagon stays, but no.
nope, nope. No wagons for you.
But hey, on the side of having no wagons or things to easily carry things with, we got this. I can drag this bag of food that Leo gave to us. Oh,
Oh,
delicious
great.
breakfast.
It's an extra stuffed bag of food.
Speaking
That's
of
correct.
stuff being left with us, did Ofuma tell us what the hell he wanted us to do?
Oh, sorry. Yes, that would have been part of the role play. Thank you.
Okay.
No,
I
no,
apologize.
I thought
Okay.
it was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
a
go
message,
in
a
and we
sending
figure
message
that out.
comes in 10 minutes later, or something.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay,
That was
okay.
me. Just that. Yeah, that was me. Just brain farting. Sorry. Yes. So before
Guys,
they would have
whatever you do,
left.
you really gotta watch out for the.
Yeah. Sorry.
Fuck, he's only
Thank
got
you for
25
calling me out on
words.
that. Yeah. Thank you for calling me out on that. That's legitimate. Me forgetting. So yeah. So Fuma would have. All right. Little retcon. Little retcon. All right. Right, very well. So this is the information that I do have, and this is what I do know. Uh, the effects of what you had stopped still had changed this area to the extent that we are not entirely certain. However, and he would have pointed to the floating rocks. This is obviously an indication that something is not correct. If you are able to find out maybe what is causing the Earth to float, if you're able to meet with a contact that we have, it I have been informed that there is a crew that is running the River Sly. They are doing their best to survey and contain any residual influence that may be spilling down the river and impacting the surrounding areas. It looks like the result of what you had stopped was so great that even a small fraction that did leak out is causing change. And we need to know what is going on. And we need to know if it is a growing threat and something that needs to be addressed with, or if it is something that will, with some optimism, will fade over time. Did it take root in this area, or is it just something that is visiting, if that makes sense? I don't know how to express it in any other way. But if you go down the river, there is a captain. Uh, Look, it is obvious, the individual, um, and I believe the. Would he actually know the individual? I'm trying to think if he knows the individual. I will actually say no, he doesn't, because his contact didn't give him the name.
Is
I
it
don't
the
have it in the
is
notes.
it the cargo man?
Oh, you're the cargo man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you guys know what's going to happen, but yes. Yes. Look for a river that run. Look for a boat that runs the river. Man with a crew. Uh, and then just. I believe when you cross their paths, you will know exactly who they are. Tell them that that the unveilers have brought help. Very well. Do you have any questions? I just
uh,
ask that you gather what information you can.
so again, we're just
Try
to gather information, just like out west.
to, in the ruins out west, sync up with the crew that runs the river, see what they know. We need to we need to understand if this is going to be a permanent fixture or something that may fade over time,
And if
and if
we
there
can
is an immediate
take
threat.
care of it, should we?
I leave that to your discretion. You are the Crass Menagerie.
Okay. I mean, the answer we were probably gonna do it anyway. I just
Yeah.
if we can.
Yes. I have my ask is intel. My ask is understanding, and my ask is that you deal with any immediate threat if there is. If there is something greater, something that is brewing, or something that will take time to come to fruition, and you do not feel that it is the appropriate time to directly interact or directly try to oppose it, at least bring back that information and we can plan.
Is this a I mean, if people ask what we're doing this for, should we just be like, we're just doing this for the menagerie, or we say Bofuma and the Unveilers, or just keep it on the down low,
As
or what?
far as as far as with the the, the crew on the boat, the unveilers, I
Yeah, of
sent you.
course. I meant any
Um,
others.
I mean,
Not that we're gonna be going around
within
telling people.
within company. You may say you may bring up the unveilers if it is necessary.
Okay.
Know that for the most part we keep our minglings quiet, but sometimes it is important to drop our organization's name.
Understood.
Well, um, with that, please be safe. Please be smart. I look forward to hearing back from you and reading all your reports.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, I assume you want us to return in person to deliver this report, or should we just have like Ben put it in your head sooner the better, or what?
The things that need to be that you deem immediately necessary, please send
Got it.
how he does. But I have a feeling that the limitations of that very useful spell will not make it possible for you to tell me everything I need to know.
Right.
You, once again, you do these lands a great deed, a great service.
I think of it as finishing the job, maybe.
Your actions in the past have already done great things. You prevented many, many, many more people from perishing that day.
And
But
yet,
whatever helps.
and then I'll point to the stuff floating up. You're not
It is
wrong,
exciting.
but
No, it is a unique sight. It is something that I believe no one would ever expect to see. But here we are. It is our reality. A reality that your hands helped shape, but a reality that hopefully history will recognize you did good here. And they'll make sure to have the unveilers clear up that in history that you have done good. So,
you got it, boss.
very well. Safe travels, be smart, and until I hear from you.
Everybody clear?
Very well.
What we're doing?
Yep. Aye, aye. Piece of cake.
All right. So then, blah blah blah. Fast forward. Bye.
Bye. For
Bye.
like 10 minutes.
Bye. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right. So now what? What would you guys like to do?
Well,
You have actually. Which slide do I have you guys on?
I'm gonna go back to the.
it's
Oh,
Green
wait,
Hill.
we don't have a wagon. Oh, shit.
Now,
Yeah, no wagon for you.
I'll tell you one thing we are not doing is we're not racing.
Do that, and I don't need
Okay.
these on here.
Not
because
pod
these are-
racing.
Now that's pod racing.
I will say at any point, we can do Rock doing investigations. You just have to tell me when I need to fill that in.
I'm a Pat Loon Loon. This thing can fit so many hastes into it. You won't believe it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
How,
So
yeah, let's,
Southwest is a steaky leg. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus. Yeah, let's get the rock. Let's summon our friends. I've missed apples.
I can finally
Grab
introduce Loon Loon to Chestnut?
Chestnut? Have they never met?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, they had to have. I think we've had. I feel
Yeah.
like there's been at least one travel where I was in the sky.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like maybe on the way to like Carver or something.
West Screen? Yeah, maybe Carver. Yeah, yeah.
They've definitely met. I just don't remember where.
Yeah.
Is that the right size? That's one too big.
They're just are they large, right? They're not.
They're large.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So, Rock, how many Brays are you summoning? All 5 or?
How many do we need?
Well,
Good question.
you have 5 adventurers.
Oh, we have 6.
Well, I was gonna say you have 5 adventurers, one of which, and the 6th one that has a mount of his own.
True.
Yes, Nesmo have all 5 then.
Okay. So go ahead and mark off all the charges because I think it's all the charges.
Although does Cielo really need a mount? Like, can't he just like ride on someone's shoulders?
Sure. All right, that's up to him.
Mm-hmm.
I will not force anybody to write a mount if they do not wish to write a mount.
Me and Loon Loon are friends.
Best friends.
Besties.
Just a-
Let's summon 4. We'll leave one
One
for
charge.
when we accidentally kill one.
Okay.
Oh, I did not
All
put
right.
charges on the survival pouch fixing.
Okay. So
Who-
poor
Brave 4 can have a break.
Bray 4 can have a break. All right. I'll just put Bray 4 down here. Do we have a new name for any of them, or are they still Bray 2, Bray 4, Torberius, Chestnut, question mark, and Apples?
I think 2 and 4 have to earn their names.
I like that.
Got it. All right.
We got a name in the chamber, but I think they do have to earn it. Who will get the name? Will there be another name they'll get instead?
Yeah, that
But
could
they just
very
earned
well
a Bray 6. Who knows?
All right. So, all that being said, then, I'm trying to remember. So, Chestnut went to. We
Thought
got
it was
Allegretto
just that
on
was Al's,
here.
I thought, right?
So Ben. So
We'll
Davis had
allow.
apples, right?
Yeah, I had apples for sure.
Torberius was Marbs,
Ah, yes, for sure.
and then Bray2. There you go. You guys can move yourselves if you think that's incorrect, but that's how I see it. There you go.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I would
Oh,
say Chestnut and Loon also like hanging near each other, so that also allows Ben and Cielo to be kind of close to each other too.
cool.
I like it. I like it.
All right. So as you guys venture forward, it'll be, it'll take a few hours to get like proper like next to the ruins, or if you really want to go into the ruins, you can. Do you guys have a plan? Are you guys wanting to go into the ruins? Do you guys want to like just kind of get up to it and like skirt the side and follow the river? That's kind of the you have to kind of decide your path that you wish to take. And I will allow you guys to decide, of course.
Is
Mason
there
Fair
still much
straight
of
to
a
the river?
path? Yeah, Mason Fair. Uh, how's the quality of the Mason Fair? Any like
Any potholes?
within our sights? Yeah, yeah, potholes or
You guys are still far enough out where it's okay. Um, but if you do start, I just need to know: are you guys going to take the Mason Ferry, or are you just going to try to do like an angled line to the river? Are you going straight down? Here, let me do back on this map then.
I
Just one
don't
more.
know that
yeah.
we would know the best way to the river if not for the Mason Fair.
That's fair. Yeah, yeah. So you guys can follow the Mason up into when you essentially hit the crater, or you guys can try to cut across the hills and the swamps and try to get. I guess I can draw. You guys are here.
I would say before we all set out, I'd probably we should defer to our scout and our scout in the sky to determine the path.
Do we go like this? Yeah, that works. Actually, I don't like that. It's a bad color. It's hard to see.
It's bloody.
Yeah. I'm not implying that I'm going to kill you guys.
Uh,
Yeah. If you guys want your scouts, you guys can do survival checks or perception checks. You guys have to start letting me know what you guys want to do.
to the sky Cielo, we ride.
Cielo? There.
Right. Very well. Okay. So let me know. What are you guys looking for? What are you guys trying to figure out? I'm going to try to like let you guys kind of paint the picture going forward. Be more quiet.
Okay, I'll tell Cielo to hang on and just be safe. We'll get any kind of view we need. If you want to get closer to something for a view, just let me know, and we'll start slowly ascending on Lindland.
Yeah. We're
Is the river
we
obvious
don't
enough
know
for?
exactly what's causing the moats specifically to
That's our
other
job.
than yeah, we're trying to find out what's causing the moats to like stay there, but well, we know kind of why they are, but like why they're staying there, we're trying to find out why.
Yep.
But um I'll keep my eyes peeled for anything obvious, I guess.
Okay.
I don't I
So that
Okay,
works. That's all I need to
cool, cool,
hear. And Al, what about you?
cool, cool. And I think we'll stay in the sky for this this leg of the journey. Is the river within sight at this height? Something, anything obvious at least.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got so yeah, Al. So as you guys kind of go up, it's kind of hard to make out just the river itself, but what you do see is the degree at which the crater actually expands out along. You were thinking that maybe it was smaller, but you realize that the earth moats and the crater itself are actually a lot. It's a much larger blast area than expected. Um, where you may have been thinking it was going to be like perhaps a day's travel to get to what you would deem as like the ruins and the craters is more like a half day's travel. So it does obfuscate going directly to the river a little bit more. However, because Cielo is proficient and actually has expertise in survival, and then you are just kind of, jack of all trades, it would make some sense that probably what has happened, and you kind of see it on the map, is that the crater has filled with the river. So you will get to the river inevitably, but if you're trying to get to like the river proper where it's kind of flowing, it would probably be, you could probably make it in a little bit more than a half day's worth of travel if you get to the crater and kind of walk around it, or if you just kind of scoot around. It's however you want to go. But you do know that the river travels on map from right to left. So east to west. It goes from the forest into the swamp.
Okay.
I hope I answered your questions.
That's spot on. When we were in Green Hill previously, most of the ports and boat activity seemed to be on the west side, um, towards the windmills in the swamp. Which would I don't even know if we'd want to sail through. Travel wise, if we were in the wrong spot, it might be better to go east and then sail west. But I don't know if that's even something we want to attempt. If we know it's going to be west, we can probably hug the crater. Okay, I think we'll probably in the first few minutes of travel, probably land and kind of sync up with the rest of the group, like concerning that bit with the boats. I'm pretty sure the west side of town is where they usually were, but I don't know how much it's changed since this owl fans out his arms completely. This incident.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, Green Post was kind of like west of town as well, so that would make sense.
Southwest.
Right.
Yeah.
South, was it southwest or south?
Southwest. South
Okay.
and west.
Oh,
Southwest.
okay, southwest. Okay.
Yeah. So off of the maze. So they didn't build Green Post right on the basin. It's
Green
like
Post.
yeah, essentially yeah, perfect. Yeah, actually, where you pinged was pretty much spot on. Kind of how I imagined where it would be.
Ah,
So
It's
nice,
underwater
nice.
too. Oh no.
well,
Oh, it was a good run.
Sorry, Marb and Grant and everybody.
sorry, not sorry.
For the sake of travel, everybody fine with stick to the Mason for a bit, and once we find the crater, we can just kind of hug it
Yeah.
until we find Green Post. Okay, cool.
All right,
And
so
Sail and
go
I
ahead.
will stay in the sky for a bit and just kind of keep an eye out.
Okay. Go ahead, you two, one more time. Go ahead and give me perception checks as you guys will be kind of guiding the group as they're moving. Um, because you're traveling with a scout, and it is going to take a little bit more than it takes some hours. The travel does end up going fairly quickly, fairly smoothly. I just need to know what you guys perceive, if anything. Oh, natural
Oh.
20, 32. Nice. Okay. Oh, and actually something I did forget because long rests were mentioned. Make sure you do your totem, your other things, your spells, your portents, your broken engine, your blah blah blah, your Nirvana die. I need all that stuff, and please log it and please track it. And I have to trust you guys, so don't forget to do all that stuff, please. We got a
So much of it
42
is
port. Oh,
automated.
yeah. So cool. All right. Yeah. So with that, Cielo, the clouds still kind of linger. It's not one of those days where it's going to be a stormy day, but it's going to be one of those days where it's just going to be a heavily overcasted day, which makes it kind of nice for the sake of travel. But the landscape is buckled and turned and twisted in some places once you start getting more and more closer to the crater. But there doesn't seem to be any immediate threats or any immediate dangers or anything with you up high scouting, kind of leading the way in a sense, and then kind of keeping an eye on your friends on their brays, kind of walking underneath you. With a natural 20, I will say that you guys get there faster than expected. It takes you at most 3 hours to get to the point where you can see where the crater begins to spill into a proper trickle of the river Sly flowing down and actually becoming a river again. For those of you that have been here, you can kind of almost picture what was. It's really weird not seeing the misshapen buildings, the essentially a city that was a menagerie, a collection of various buildings and various architecture styles, and there's no shape, no planning, no nothing to it. Just kind of going down memory lane, kind of giving you the old concept art for it.
Barchester.
Yeah, such a long time ago.
Jessica.
Pride in our Happy Pride
Yeah.
Month, y'all.
Yeah, Brightner. Oh yeah,
I got
actually,
the edit. Holy shit.
yeah, that edit took some time. Let's see. Can I grab it? I can't. Oh, because I'm drawing this way. I can't grab it. There you go. Brightner token.
Beautiful.
So, yeah. You know what? This token will just go on every page for now. It's Pride Month.
Hell yeah.
Just
Brought
follow
to you
it.
by Prednar.
Brought by Pride. All right, so there you go. Pride. Pride is with you in the corner at all times. There you go.
Prednar is with us.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys get to go. When you start approaching, you do see that some of the moats that are floating are massive chunks. And you know what? Some of the buildings are still somewhat intact. They are. You might be able to kind of see. Obviously people are not using them, but there is still some semblance of walls and structures and all that. But they are ripped asunder and torn apart, and likely not very, structurally safe. But you can still see it. However, I'm going to continue with that natural. Actually, that natural 20. Cielo, go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage because you're so high up, and I'm kind of letting that bonus kind of carry over. Another extra 20. Jesus Christ. All right. So
Damn.
some things that stand out to you, like you are in your element. You are a Fey scout in a weird environment. You're like, this is you. This is why you exist. So oddly enough, the greenery and vegetation on some of the moats looks like it's been here for a very long time. With that, you understand that there has to be some sort of magical influence, either causing it to grow more rapidly or being more vibrant or more verdant. The the way that the air feels to you, it does feel funny. So you can say like, yeah, it's like you can sense. I mean, obviously there's some sort of magic or some sort of influence in the air, but it's thick enough where because of your background, you can actually kind of pick up on it, and it is definitely like there's a thickness in the air that is like of magic. The moats themselves, because you rolled a natural 20, they are stable. Basically, because you spent some time kind of flying up around and kind of looking at it, it looks like they are in place. You don't see them like necessarily rotating or moving or crumbling or anything like that. So for the time being, it's like if a moat is 60 feet up in the air, it stays 60 feet up in the air. You even take the time to kind of assess, and you do see that there is numerous birds, especially that are just flying around and taking advantage of these safe places, this new biome, this new environment that they can easily access that a lot of other creatures cannot. And as the picture kind of shows, some of them are high enough, and maybe kind of some of the moisture from the river Sly and the crater interacts kind of differently now. And as it starts to evaporate, it kind of hits the bottom of the moats and then starts to condense. So you almost have like these unnatural cloud coverage over the crater as well. Not super thick, like where you can't see through it, but there is almost like a second layer of clouds lower into the crater. And someone's typing. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it for right now. I will keep that in mind that you got that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that a natural 20 would give you, but that's all that comes to mind right now. If I think of anything, Cielo, I will let you know. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
Al will notice how much Ciel is in his element, and he'll try not to distract him and be like, "Just let me know if you need to take the reins or anything, or if you're good. Just tell me where to go." Seem very focused right now. I'll stop talking. We proceed.
Sure.
We
As
proceed through the
planned.
moats.
So is the plan to go through the moats or around the crater, or what are you guys wanting to do?
Still think around the crater sounded safer.
Probably do a circuit around to start.
Okay.
If we get down in there and stuff comes in after us, it's harder to get
Yep.
out of something than into something.
That's fine. All right, so let's do this then. So we are going to take the pink arrow then, essentially, is what you guys are agreeing with.
Yes.
All right. Pink arrow.
Can I be practicing magic while I'm?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not strenuous. Like, whenever you guys are taking breaks, you can do some of that and all that, but it like depends on what type of practice you want to do.
I still want to get better at shooting coins
Those points?
at people.
That. Yeah.
So I was
that's fair.
thinking while I was riding to just be like throwing up occasional copper coins and making them fly, and
That's
just
fine.
letting them. I'll just take a bunch of money off of myself.
That's fine. Um, sure. We'll say that that'll be your our arcane crafting check for the day. Go ahead and roll me that Arcana check, and we will add it to your. I think it was a 32 last time.
Yeah, I already know.
It was high.
Just
Please don't die. I mean, Rock can die, but CJ, please don't die. Ooh, not bad.
23.
23. So was it 32 and now it's 23? So
Yeah.
55. All right, just bump up your number to 55.
Okay.
Good job. You're making good progress. You are wasting quite a lot of coins though. Doing. Every once in a while, you like flick one and it goes faster than you expected, and like pelts like Davis in the back of the head or something.
Is Cielo grabbing any?
He's up in the sky right now. He can't.
Okay. Because I feel like if he noticed.
I'll give you. I feel like to give Lin breaks, we'd probably walk every like maybe a third or a quarter of the time.
Okay.
Just gonna land back and switch between wings and legs.
That works. You care for
Yeah, so
your speed.
if Cielo wants to pick up some of them and then have extra free copper. I'm only doing copper.
Gotcha. Yeah. Go ahead and just knock off how much copper you think is appropriate. You know, for a day's worth of.
How many
work.
coppers are in a gold?
10 copper and a silver, 10 silver, so it's 100 copper. 100 copper.
Okay, so if we say I get rid of the gold.
That works.
Wow.
That's a lot of copper. I like it. Doing,
100 copper.
You're like
He's
actively
persistent.
asking everybody else, like, hey, can you change this silver into into 10 coppers? I'm like,
Yeah.
fine, sure, whatever.
Oh, absolutely. I would have been like, I need coppers. I need more.
Just don't hit me with it anymore. God.
Do I look like an ATM? Well,
All right.
My coins.
my coins.
All right. All right. So with a path taken or plotted out, you guys venture forward. I assume it is going to continue being Loon mostly in the sky, like you said, to give her breaks, but to keep the aerial perspective and the group moving forward. With that, travel will go smooth because of Cielo's nat 20 on the survival check. The terrain is still, it's that combination of where like the swamp meets a field. It's pretty easy to navigate still. However, the visual is very different as like the entirety, since you're traveling this way to your left, you'll always have the vision of the moats floating, the extra layer of clouds from the water that's condensating. But you are able to keep a steady path, a steady pace, and that was morning, a couple extra hours. I mid afternoon, you guys have made it to the hills that kind of arch over and kind of were at the like one of like the protective sides at the that Green Hill used to take advantage of that also had multiple windmills on it. So essentially you guys kind of get, that's why it's not pinging because I'm in the stream. You guys get to like right around where the arrow pings. And you do see the proper flow of the river leaving the crater. As you do get close enough to where the crater and the river do kind of bisect, I guess you would say, you do realize that the entirety of the crater itself has been claimed by the river slide. So it is a kind of like a magic-made lake here now.
Nope.
So the river feeds from the forest. It now fills this crater in kind of a lake that is almost like encapsulated by the earth moats, and then it feeds down the river Sly continuously down. A lot of the windmills that were here have kind of been gone to disuse. They've been abandoned. They are in poor upkeep. And a lot of the vegetation has kind of grown maybe a little bit thicker and denser and everything from the last time that those of you that have been here had been here. What do you guys wish to do?
Probably get down to the ground again. Let the party know there's a current now. It's starting to pick up. I think we're getting close to the river, or where this new body, this lake, I guess, turns back into the river Sly. I think we're getting close, but we might have to cross soon. Ugh.
Ben will. So we have what? 4 Brays, Loon, and then the 6 of us.
Yes.
So that's
And a pebble. And a
Not a
pebble.
pebble, yeah.
Yes.
So that's 11 plus pebble. Loon doesn't need it. Ben can cast Water Walk on everybody but Loon and Pebble.
Nice.
Because I prepared
Very
it.
nice. Very cool. I like it. And remind me, is water
water
walk?
easy. It's up to 10 willing creatures. It lasts an hour.
Yeah, an hour. Got it. Okay. Go ahead and mark off the spell slot. Is it 3rd level or?
It is 3rd level.
Do you want to try to ancestral cascade it?
Oh,
or
yeah, it's Social Cascade. Yeah, and it's 4 or higher, right?
Yeah.
Wait, why am I rolling 46? Sorry. I was thinking I need to roll a
Oh,
4.
I mean, okay, that's fine. All of them are above 4.
Oh,
so
Jesus. They were. Holy shit. God damn, I did
It
not
was-
realize how good that was. Wow.
It was meant to be. Yeah,
I was
2
like,
off
I was trying to will it to be. I was like, gonna say roll 4 d6.
So even if you were to re-roll it, you're good because it worked out.
Yeah, wow. Holy moly. Okay.
That was pretty funny. So yeah. So Ancestral picks up, as he weaves the magic, the crystal on his hammer glows, and the spell slot is restored.
Nice.
So now mark it that he can't do it for a 3rd level.
Right.
All right. With that, you guys are able to fly over and walk over the river slide. It's kind of the same current. It's not like a torrent, excuse me. The river slide has never been notoriously fast running. Kind of trekking through the vegetation, kind of walking over the hills and getting to the side. Walk over. And yeah, with that kind of makes it easy. You guys are able to, within 10 minutes, get to the other side of the river. So essentially, you guys are over here now. I will use the pebble as the marker. Pebble a little bit smaller. All right, what next, guys? A little bit too small. Pebble. Cooperate with me, Pebble.
What you do
There
this,
you
Pebble?
go. Okay. I forgot how fun this map was. This map was one of my first ones that I made. Cool. So, Al, are you taking to the skies again? At any point?
I'm leaning towards the skies.
Okay. So, Al, as you kind of take up to the skies and kind of scout around, Cielo with you, can I get, for all of you, can I get perception checks for everybody as you're crossing the river?
Sure.
Please and thank you.
Do you want a
You know what?
separate one for Mr. Pebble?
Yeah, Pebble can give me a separate one as well. So far, no one's below a 20.
Oh, and I get advantage because of my totem.
That's
Yay.
a crit. Oh wait,
Ball.
let me see.
So-
Yeah, 16. That's crit. Bam.
Oh,
shit.
your
You
Nirvana's
Nirvana'd it?
Hey.
Yeah, it switched from
Yeah,
15 to
yeah.
16. We're going up.
Moving
To
up
the
and
Why
down.
Why does it say Pebble has keen senses? Keen senses.
Keen senses
Kansas
is...
should give her advantage
Pebble,
on
let's go.
sight. Yeah.
Oh. But it's literally, I clicked on her and it's disadvantage from keen senses.
Oh,
And
really?
disadvantage
Did
is
I...
older.
Oh, shit.
I would.
I just fucked that up then.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Davis will fix it, or Danny will fix it real quick for you.
Okay, I'll roll with
Davis will
advantage
fix it.
then.
Yeah. Yeah. Fix it, Davis. Girl. Natural 20.
Hey, Nat! For
Wow.
Pebble.
Alright, yeah, I fixed it on Pebble.
So yes. Crossing the river. The river is relatively calm. As you are kind of crossing that Karos, you kind of take the moment to kind of look down, and you do see that there are fish swimming below you. You see that there is various like crawdads and all that amongst the muck. There's even a gator that swims below you, but doesn't heed you any mind. Just through the water.
Just living
Uh,
his life.
Living his best gator life. Um, you do pick up on along that there are, all of you see this actually because all of you rolled high enough that there are buoys in the water, likely tied off to something, and there does seem like someone is either tracking or marking or something. So there are some floating buoys at different points along the river. Karos and Pebble, because Pebble also got a natural one, you guys will pick up that there's also some of these markers like along the coast and everything as well. So someone is very diligently making like notes or annotations or markers along the way. Something, they're tracking, they're plotting, there's something trying to track or understand what's going on. You pick up on that. Rock, as you are kind of crossing, you'll see that you'll see Pebble kind of land on the other side, kind of perch on a rather thick stalk of like a cat's tail bush, right? Like the ones that kind of come into those little like knotted bits, and it kind of to bend under her weight. And as she's kind of looking around with that, and all of a sudden she just takes off, and you can see she's flying quick, and she's kind of darting into behind the bushes, and she just keeps flying and goes fast west along the river Sly. What would you like to do? Oh, Al also got a 30 on his perception check. Did I see that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Al, I
Pretty
will
good, I guess.
put you in there in a second. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just tell everybody, Pebble, don't see something maybe? I'll check, and I'll just dance into it.
Okay. So yeah, as you bamf into her, she starts to flutter real quick. Al, as you kind of took Loon and kind of went up, you and Rock simultaneously something that doesn't make sense in your head.
Mhm.
You see a boat. Boat's a boat.
Yeah.
Why is it 50 feet in the air? And why
Wait.
is it moving towards you?
I being intercepted in the air?
Dogfight.
There is a boat coming at you. Al, with a 30. You recognize something about this boat.
Does it have a big old croc jaw
There,
in the front?
it has a big old croc jaw on the front.
Ooh. After Al collects himself after a few seconds, he really wants to say, "Cielo man the cannon!" Prepare for battle. But he'll
Patter
refrain,
monkey
'cause I don't know
to the cannon.
I don't know how fast Cielo would loose that arrow, so I'm not gonna not gonna say that out loud. Yeah, we got company in the sky. It's a friend. Just gonna we're gonna say hi, Cielo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of, as if steering a boat, we'll kind of slowly approach, try and meet side by side, port and port or something.
Ooh, wait.
Boarding
I
party.
how high up is it?
About 50 feet, and Pebble is flying in that direction. Pebble noticed it and was about to like fly, and she's like starting to fly up as you're looking at it.
Are they about to get a coin?
Is it moving like fast?
I love all of these
Four-
questions.
480 feet per second.
Because so I have to see what spells I have prepared.
Alright, how fast does a riverboat travel? Riverboat
Fly in there. Oh crap! I don't have it. I
down
don't have it prepared.
river.
I mean, we just had a
I was
long
gonna
rest.
just dimension Doris on, but I don't have it
Fast
prepared.
does a. Is it? How do you spell dirigible?
Dirigible.
Okay, sorry. One more time. D.
Dirigible. Dirigible.
I was just making up words over there. Cable being steered. Wow, that's got an ongoing list of new words.
Yeah,
For this
dirigible.
campaign. That's cool.
Would
Already
it be
tried.
okay? Because we just had a long rest and I kind of forgot
Yeah.
to swap a spell out.
What
yeah,
are you
I
doing?
just swapped out a bunch of Ben spells because we had a long rest.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'd like to dimension Doris onto there. Because Pebble can see on top of it, and I can.
Yeah. That shit. Yeah, that works.
Yo.
Oh shit, that's
Who,
awesome.
who are you taking with you?
Anybody who wants to come, we know them, right?
But you can only take one, I
Who
think,
shall-
right?
You can
Whose
only take one
shoulder are you
person with
grabbing?
you. So, if you're doing
Sorry.
Dimension Door, right? Are you talking about
Wait.
the gate?
Sorry, not to mention the arcade gate.
Oh
Damn,
shit.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, Rock, you're like, can you just take your staff and you just draw a circle in the air next to you and just kind of cut a circle in reality and like see the boat step in? Just plunk.
I'm hailing
I
the
was
slowly approaching, and all of a sudden,
not expecting
I will
this.
say, if I see Rock doing this and then I kind of figure it out, I'm absolutely gonna go through. I'm gonna fucking strut through that thing and be like, light work. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys see, for most of you, you see a familiar riverboat in the sky. It has a few extra contraptions kind of mounted on the side, which we'll get into more detail on as you are able to see it, but essentially it's a flying riverboat. And as Rock uses his staff to create this gate, go ahead and mark off the spell slot.
Yeah, I did.
Sick.
Yeah, Al, as you're starting to wave and hail, you see the same largely hunched over, very long, lanky, big, thick brow, his almost moss green and brown fur, snaggle teeth, look up and wave. Hey, I know you!
hey,
That's a cute. Hey, it was, ow!
oh shit, you remember me,
Yeah, you don't remember my name, do you? That's okay.
dude? Of course I recognize you, dude. No,
You can give me a history check
Is
if
it-
you want, real quick. You can.
yeah, let's go for it.
Because I don't blame you for forgetting all the crew's name. It's fine.
Just multiple. They have. Here's the code.
Yeah,
24.
Rex. It's Rex, the bugbear.
Rex, thank you.
Yeah. Like, alright, well, I thought that the thing in the air might have been something new that we hadn't seen before, so I'll go tell Captain! It's all good.
Partially new,
Oh.
partially new.
It's all good, Captain. And then he's like, and then he kind of hears now he hears the swooshing of the magic and turns around like, whoa.
Maybe I was gonna ask if we can board, but I think my crew.
I wave
Took
at
the,
Al from on board.
Yeah. And they walk. And Julian,
Thank you, Captain.
and Davis, as you step through and kind of that, you feel a little something sharp, kind of just press against like the back of your like kidneys.
Oh, it's my favorite little lady. How are you doing?
Nice to see you.
I forgot her name. I can like picture her in my head. I just can't remember her name.
Same.
Dazzle.
Dazzle.
The
That's
name's
right.
Dazzle.
completely opposite to what she looks like. Cause she's like all dark and dreary and like, assassiny, and she's like, Dazzle is my name.
Dazzle.
You know,
How you
you
doing?
really need to ask. Yeah, good. New hairstyle. I like it.
Yeah. Trying something new.
Blade up. You should ask for permission to board. The captain and everything, but
Well. Apologies. May we have permission?
I don't know. Ask the captain. She just
Okay,
starts
where is he?
walking off.
Julian, get out of here!
Al's hovering like 6 inches above the deck. Upon hearing that, he's like, "Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
she's right."
So, Cielo, Ben, Karos, do you guys join through the portal?
Wow.
I suppose so.
All right. I need to find a good background.
We
for the
all
egg
die.
turret.
You hear
You all
house
die.
beat coming through the other side.
You guys weigh too much. The ship was not made to carry this much weight in the sky, and you guys just come crashing down and all die. Campaign ends. No, you guys get on there, and the boat itself somehow is stable in the sky. It moves, it floats, and then as you guys kind of look back, you see Julian at the helm in the back. Well, my friends, welcome back. I was not expecting to see you.
Oh, good to see you too.
Yeah,
It is
this
very good
is
to see you.
the River's Mall looks like you got a bit of an upgrade somehow. What's going on here?
Hell of a new toy.
Let's say we have let's say Wiggs got involved,
Ah,
That explains
yeah,
everything.
that makes sense. Yep.
and
I see.
we're community had to come together, right? So,
Well,
welcome aboard.
Yeah, speaking of community, couple faces you may not recognize. This here is Ben.
Hi, welcome Ben.
He's
Ben.
not too much. Yeah, he's not too much of a talker, but
We can use a few more like that around. That's good. You follow
Yeah.
instructions?
oh yeah, but he's also when he speaks, just listen. He's got really good insight. It's just man a few words is all.
Very well.
And Cielo's, I'm sure there's somewhere around here. Al, Cielo was with you, right?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh,
was.
God
Oh,
damn,
shit.
every time. I swear to God. Yeah,
Very well.
Cielo here.
Hey.
Fantastic scout. Definitely, you'll never see him coming.
We're still flying, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and
I
this
kind
here's
of like Loon
wait, come on.
here.
We just pokes his head out. Boop.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
this here's Loon. And Captain, do we have permission to board?
Aye, permission? Come on.
And Loon just drops the extra like 3 or 6 inches and finally lands.
Like, now, that man has proper etiquette. The rest of you, you're lucky you're friends.
Lucky.
When I
You're
get off,
lucky you're lucky they warned me not to shoot at you first.
I was tempted, but then I recognized the helm.
Little one, to get this straight, you would shoot at a boat in the sky.
He's the strongest among us. Be careful.
I like him. He's a little insane. He'll fit right on the crew.
Yeah, I mean, you know us. He fits right in.
Hi, what happened to... Who's
Uh,
missing? Oh, I mean,
Beardy
you've
Dwarf
rotated...
and yeah, we've had a couple people, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, it's just obviously as things like this kind of stuff happen, we pick some folks up and drop some folks off.
Well, speaking of picking up some folks and dropping some folks off, let us get back to somewhere where we can put this baby down and
Sure.
catch up, shall we?
Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and plot a course, make way. But I had to say plot a course. The river folk. It's very different. Of course, you're not even on a river now. It's like I guess
I
you
am.
kind of go wherever you want, huh?
I still stay to the river though.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
sky is like the ocean of the skies. I mean,
Uh,
I'll get back to you on that.
You
let's.
still need some work.
My songs go through at least 30 revisions before you get to see the final version,
Ah,
but they end up fantastic.
Yeah, he's always got like 15 that he's working on at the same time.
well, good. I think I've only heard one ever, so I look forward to hearing some more.
I'm almost done with the one about dragon. I think another 30 iterations and it'll be ready.
A dragon. Oh,
But no, what I
We got
wanted
a lot
to
to
make
catch up on.
what I wanted to make sure we mention before we get going too far is I believe you're the person we were set out to find in the first place. Ofuma and the Unveilers have asked us to meet up with you, I believe. Does that sound familiar? Does that make sense to you?
that's, depends. Do you represent the council or do you represent yourself?
I mean, is both an okay answer? Because technically we do.
Both is the honest answer. Very well. It makes sense. Then I will let you know everything that I need to report.
Fair.
But first, we've been up in the sky all morning and afternoon. Let us. The maw needs to rest.
Ah,
We need to put her down. So let us travel down, introduce you to the rest of the crew, and get you acquainted with the new ship that we call home.
it's fantastic, by the way. Wiggs has outdone himself.
Well, he seemed to figure out how to use some of the new resources available. That's something I will put in my report.
Very interesting. Okay.
Yes. You let a man tinker. That's good at tinkering, and you get a boat that defies what a boat is. But, as you guys are kind of getting settled in, and he's kind of finding a way down, there are 3 other faces on this ship. Actually 4. Davis, 1, you're not too happy to see.
Yeah, it's Billy. Fuck you, Billy.
That's Captain Billy to you.
No,
Actually,
I'm willing to give him another chance.
yes. Well,
I
he
will
is
be
part of
cordial.
Julian's crew, and has always been part of Julian's
Right.
crew.
Yeah.
He may have been the dockhand back then, but now he's actually part of the crew. Um, you
Zilla still around?
venture. Who?
Zilla, I have in my notes.
Zilla.
The Khemri male with a mandrill-like nose.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if he survived.
Ah, okay.
I may have missed him and not put him on the crew list. No, he
was
did not
elderly.
survive. Yeah,
Okay,
he
yeah,
he didn't survive. That's why. Yeah, but nice. You remembered him. Yeah, because I was like, I know the name. I just couldn't think of who he was, and I was like, I knew there was more crew members, but I'm pretty sure some of them didn't survive. But that being said, you do go into the underquarter of the ship, and if you do remember, it's basically like a flat top ship. There's a little bit of a place for the helm, and then there's the storage because it was a large, not a large, but it's like a river transport ship. And if you super remember, Marb found the hidden compartments even underneath there. Yeah. So underneath, there has been some changes and some alterations. It still has room for storage, but you do see that there are devices strapped and mounted to the interior and to the hull of the ship. There has been like a workstation or two. A chamber has been built. You do see that there's like some lighting fixtures that seem to be not flame based that are illuminating in here. And you see a small, dark individual feverishly kind of scribbling and scribing. And as she looks up, you recognize the beak, and you look at it and you see the little strip of white in her plumage. It's Jade, the Kenku.
Oh.
She's
Oh
like,
my god.
well, if I haven't died and seen what are you doing here? And she kind of gets up and gets all excited.
I run up and
runs
hug
up
Jade.
to, yeah, she gives you a hug, and she says, "Oh, Julian, you could have told me we were having friends." Julia just, they showed up uninvited. I can't stop them. She's like, I, so good to see you. Oh,
It's good to see you too,
Been,
Jade.
been too long.
yeah. Oh, I'm part of the crew now.
Oh, yeah. What
Yar and all that, right?
Yeah, yar.
you know,
No, I'm the cartographer, the navigator.
that
I
makes
help with the
sense. That
mapping
makes
and
sense.
everything. Um. Oh, there's Julian will say there's some other individuals you may have met. I don't know. And they kind of step out. One, I will read you the descriptions and I'll see if you guys recognize them or not. Let me find them real quick. Okay. One is a human male in his 50s, heavily salt and peppered hair and beard. Right now, he's wearing just regular garb, but you can almost picture him wearing older armor that's kind of pieced together. You've seen him somewhere before. And another one that steps out is a female halfling with a dark hair that she's got pulled tight into a ponytail. Has a polite expression on her face.
Not in my notes.
That's fine.
You said
You interact
she's a halfling?
halfling. You interacted with them briefly around here, so
Is
Oh wait, I know who the human might be.
okay.
Is it Kenrose?
Yep, Kenrose.
Okay. Searching
So
those
yeah.
is so good.
And
was she
the other
the
one,
receptionist
okay?
of the Adventurers Guild? Okay.
No.
Oh, and
And the other
halfling.
one was someone.
Well, we have
The
Dazzle as
other,
a halfling. You said it was a halfling female,
yeah, halfling people, but it is not Dazzle.
and
So
not Dazzle.
they, yeah,
Okay, yeah, then I don't have
not
that one.
Dazzle. Yeah. Okay. So this was actually
It's
someone else.
Razzle.
Yeah, it's Razzle. No, it's Razzle Dazzle. No, it's someone that you met as well. With Kenros. This was another one of
Wait,
the verdant
Velma?
cause that. Yeah, Velma.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
I
All
don't,
right, yeah,
I
that
don't
group
think I had a
inspiration.
halfling down for her.
Yeah, so that's your fifth group inspiration because you got both their names before I
Nice.
got them out. Cool. So yes, it looks like the two of the people that deserted the verdant cause because they refused to follow the order to abandon Greenhill and leave it on its own have joined Julian's crew, or at least have become somehow affiliated with them. So on the boat, if you guys care, and this will probably call it here pretty soon, because now I have to make sure that I get some things lined up and everything. But on the boat, the active crew, besides you guys on here, are as follows. You got Billy, you got Dazzle, you got Jade, you got Kenros, you got Rex, you got Velma, and then of course you got Julian.
The
All right.
Cargo Man.
The cargo
The
man.
cargo man.
I'm glad you guys remember that too. That made me happy. All right. Is there anything you guys wish to do before we go ahead and wrap it up for the evening? Because this just feels like a good spot to wrap up, even though we could do more. But I think it's a good spot to wrap up.
Take the ink quill on the cartographer map
Okay.
and quickly, really small at like the very like corner where it doesn't like mess up the map.
Yeah.
Just like really tiny. Put Cielo was here with WUZ.
Was okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. I know you. Like, I'm pretty sure you have reliable talent, but I just want to see how well you do it.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I rolled a perception to see if I could catch you maybe doing it so that I could
Yeah, that's fair.
distract Jade into allowing you to do it.
Oh, I mean,
You
they
said
could
sleight
the
of
whole-
hand.
yeah, sleight of hand, because this is you just kind of real quick.
Literally.
Yep, reliable.
Reliable. So what is that? 20.
25.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone's really paying attention or looking for you to do it. So in the moment where like Jade gets up and kind of hugs the group, seeing friends that literally saved her from the brink of death. If you guys remember,
From
she got
literal
the
death.
vow. Or
She did die. We revivified
oh,
her.
did she? Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. She was one of the ones that actually died.
I think it was the
First
first
time in the campaign.
revivification. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. She was first death of the entire story. That's right.
That
And
would have
that's why
been
she's got the
Calisor,
white
I guess,
streak.
right? It would have had to have been, I think, right?
That was Grant.
Oh, that's right. We still had Grant then. I forgot. We did have
That was
Grant.
Grant. Yeah.
Yeah, he was hiding a bubble. That's damn.
Yeah. Grant had the diamond, and he plunged it into her chest.
Is that how it works, right? Give me a hammer.
Well, that's what he
Ow,
did, and that's
creaky knees.
actually, and that's why she's got like the white,
Shaka White.
like the burst, yeah, the shock of white from her feathers in her chest, and then on her head, because that's where she got hit. So,
Clear.
so yeah, Cielo WUZ here on the little cartographer map. And guys, welcome to the Rivers Mall, upgraded. Welcome to the ruins of Green Hill, and I hope you guys are excited for another 100 sessions in this area. Now,
Yeah, I'm trapped here now.
It's about increasing that level cap.
I got you back.
I wonder if that fancy pipe store is still there.
Ooh.
Put it in pipe. Was it? You can put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. All right. Because you remembered. You guys get another inspiration.
I
I'm
bought
pretty
a
sure.
T-shirt from that place.
I don't remember. I think
Let's
I'm
leave it
the
at-
one who came up with the name for that, so that's what.
I,
It's easier
yeah.
for me to remember, but yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
but still, you brought it up. No, that was such a great name too. That in your pipe and smoke it.
Oh yeah, there's the duo.
Mm-hmm. You had the Cobalt businessman, and then you had oh
Yes.
god,
He was tall. He wasn't like a half troll.
it wasn't a Furbolg. I don't remember. I had to look it up. Or trust you guys to check your notes. I don't really remember that much.
Mhm.
But yeah, one of them was super mellow, and the other one was the businessman. It's like, yeah, that's great. This stuff will really, really set you down.
That was such a good store. I love that store. That was fun.
Right? That was fun. I'll try to put some more fun stuff in the world again.
Rumsfeld?
Yeah, guys.
A gnome? Wait.
Oh, maybe it was a gnome. Maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. That was something again. Like, we created it on the fly. So
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I have
it
notes
was
around
super
there, but
good.
I'm not sure this is happening at.
Yeah.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Or
Yeah.
stick that in your pipe and smoke it. That's what it was.
that's what it was. Yeah. But hey,
Either
all right.
way,
Well, guys.
super sleepy. Have a good one.
Yeah, nice to have you. I'm glad that we actually got a session in tonight. So thank you everybody for sticking around, having some fun. And yeah, I'm gonna be on chilling. I'll just go ahead and pop up the stream because I'll be up for a while hunting shinies.